we got a package months ago. Yep, our friends over at Lunacycle sent us the contents of this package way back in August in exchange for our review and opinion. Also, as you saw in the title, this video does contain a giveaway, which I'll go over in a bit. FYI, this video is not sponsored by Lunacycle. However, huge thanks to Luna for hooking us up with two of the most popular items they have for the Talaria XXX, the float seat and the pedal kit. Now, we were actually gifted a Tapia seat shortly after receiving this package here, which is the main reason for the delay in this unboxing and installation. Make sure to check out that video above, and if you decide on a Tapia seat for your ride, please use our code RUSTY1024 for 15% off any Tapia seat. I'm not sure which pedal kit Luna sent over. However, I'm really hoping it's the mechanical kit and not the power play kit, which I do believe they sold back when these kits launched. However, now it appears that Luna only sells the mechanical kit, and if you really have your heart set on that power play kit, you can still get it from Kaniwaba. I'll have the link down in the description. I have read that the pedal assist with the power play kit is more of a negative than a positive, so definitely keep that in mind and do your own research before deciding. I'm assuming Luna stopped selling the power play kit for that very reason, but I could be wrong. Anyhow, let's get this open, see what's exactly inside, get the pedal kit installed, and take it for a spin so we can see how it feels to pedal a Talaria XXX. And maybe we'll ask a cop what they think of this setup if we come across one. Definitely says do not use blades, so I will be careful. So FYI, I will be installing this on my Concept Edition Talaria XXX. Hopefully there's no issues with compatibility. So nice packaging, plenty of bubble wrap. Let's get all of this out of here. Smacking my camera. All right, so we've got our pedal kit and we've got the float seat, everything packaged and tucked nicely. Let's get this box out of here. Rusty, can you hold this seat, please? And Rusty, can you hold this pedal kit, please? Now, I did mention that I'd be doing a giveaway, and that's going to be for this float seat here. Since I already have a Tapia seat, and it was, I wouldn't say a pain in the butt, but it took some work to get it installed. So we're going to be giving this away. All you have to do to enter is like, subscribe, and leave a comment down in this video. You can say anything, but make sure you put a paw print emoji in that comment, and that'll automatically enter you. And then we'll announce the winner of this float seat. Let's say at 500 likes, we'll hook somebody up with this beautiful seat, and I'm pretty sure it'll make them and their butt much, much happier, because I have seen a couple videos on this and I know that it's a huge improvement from the stock saddle. So definitely like, subscribe, comment down below, and maybe you could win this Lunacycle float seat. You want to sit on the float seat? There you go, baby. All right, so pedal kit. Let's see what we have in here. So it looks like we've got a spring. I believe that's for the kickstand. Not sure what that's for, but I think I saw something regarding that particular tool or part in the video. And I will be watching the Lunacycle video for the installation. They have a fantastic installation video, so definitely make sure you guys check that out. This is a split cog. This is what goes on the existing drive shaft, so you don't have to like dismantle half of the bike to basically get a cog on. Got a nice little straight edge. This is to make sure that your gears are lined up properly. This is the shaft. That's what she said. What else do we have here? We've got some brackets. And hidden in here is a shorter kickstand, which I believe is necessary because the pedal kit offsets the center of mass of the bike. All right, so we got our chain with a very tiny, I believe a 26 tooth cog for the rear wheel. This is the chain for this. So these are companions. And then this, so this is the pedaling cog. And then we have the pedal brackets, which replace the existing peg brackets, and this is what the crank arms connect to. So here, I'm assuming we have our little baby crank arms. Yep, tiny little crank arms, very short. It's not like the goal is to pedal these things effectively. It's more so for Karens and the police, and now that, I wouldn't say it's a crackdown, but they're really starting to come down on all of our fun, favorite electric toys, particularly Surrons, Talarias, E-Ride Pros, and in a lot of places, eventually, well, probably in most places, you're gonna have to register, title, and insure any vehicle that exceeds the Class 3 limitations. So if that's something that you plan on doing with your ride to make sure that it stays legal, then definitely subscribe now, because we've got some videos coming up, particularly one where I want to go to the MVA, register my Talaria XXX. Since I have the concept edition, it came with certificate of origins, and it has turn signals, tag brackets, all of that stuff that I need. Make sure to subscribe if that's something that you're interested in, because the last thing anybody wants is to spend a ton of money on their ride and mods, and then it gets taken away and all of that is lost. And then here we have our pedals. Nice light aluminum pedals. I like the studs on it for grip. And that's it. So, Talaria XXX pedal kit. Let's head outside, slap this on, go for a ride, and see how it feels to pedal our Talaria XXX. So we're about halfway done. I've got the split cog and the new chain installed. Just threaded on the kickstand sensor, and I'm getting ready to loosely install the left bracket so we can get the shaft in. This kickstand sensor wire is too short, and I cannot line up the bolt holes, sadly. So what I'm going to have to do is open up this left cover here and see if I can find a way to give that kickstand wire some more slack. If not, I may have to go without a kickstand sensor or just splice the wire in this area here to make it a little longer. But yeah, so if you have the concept and you're thinking of installing the pedal kit, this may be a snag and a little bit of extra work that you'll have to do. We'll just hang this here for now so we don't damage that kickstand sensor wire. And now we can go ahead and open this up and see if we can discover any way to give that wire some slack. All right, so you can see now we have plenty of slack. I had to remove this front cover, so we've got the bike off the stand now. But the wire was just wrapped around all of these orange cables. It was just routed kind of silly. But now I've got plenty of slack, even a little too much, so I'll be able to kind of tuck this in and route it so it's not making contact with the motor or anything. So if you have the concept and you want the pedal kit, that's not an issue, but you may have to take all of these covers off to make some slack for your kickstand wire. All right, so we're back on track. Brackets installed. You can see the wire routing through the frame here. It loops and routes through these orange cables, which is what was restricting the slack, but we're all good now, so let's keep going. All right, guys, here it is, the Talaria XXX concept, or international, depending on how you refer to it. But this is the Talaria XXX that comes out of China, the way that it's built at the Talaria factory. I got this at Zapp's Cycles. I don't know if they still sell them, but that is where I got mine. And the reason I did it, comes with turn signals, front and rear, as well as a tag bracket, as you can see, as well as certificates of origin. So it makes it much easier to register, which leads me back to the reason for the pedals is I want to register this in Maryland. If you have an electric e-moto, dirt bike, Surron Talaria, something like that, if you put turn signals and pedals on it in the state of Maryland, you can register it as an e-moto. I forget the exact terminology. So make sure you guys subscribe and follow along, because we will be sharing a video down the line where we go to the MVA and get this registered so we can be legal, completely legit, and not have to worry about our favorite toy being taken. And by our, I mean me and the homie. But yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and take it for a spin. I did pedal a little bit getting into this parking lot where I'm at now, and it's pretty comical. This is definitely for show and not for go. But as long as it makes people less uncomfortable when I'm out and about, specifically now I can take it on bike trails. That's one of the things I'm most excited about, because I'm not going to go fast. I typically go slower than your typical analog biker when I'm on a bike trail with an electric bike, and this won't be any different. But now at least I can ghost pedal when I see people, and they can at least see that it's quote unquote a bike, and Rusty is also a deterrent. So we've got our little Insta360 go-to mounted right here, so you guys can kind of see me pedaling as we ride and share our opinion of the Lunacycle slash Kaniwaba pedal kit for the Talaria XXX. Let's go. Let's go. So I'm going to take it over to